Hey, Dana here, and welcome to my vlog and this searching for and behind the scenes for right now. I've got the new, I just kicked the motor. Jesus. Alright, so I've got the new battery box in there. That's what I'm considering. New battery in there. Today we're going to going down to my pond. And I'm going to go ahead and do a new drill on this thing. Make sure those freaking propellers are going the right direction. And I'm going to go ahead and put the Elite on here. We're going to go ahead and test those fishing sonar balls again. And make sure everything's working like it should. So that's where we're at. Stay tuned. Handle slipped out of my hand and I just dropped it. And look what I just did. Oh my God. Well, we can see where all this stuff goes. I don't believe I just did that. It hit just perfectly when I dropped it. I got plenty of clearance when I drop it here, but I dropped it right on the angle, right on the frickin' edge here. Well, we'll see if it works still. I'll have to glue all that stuff back together. It just, there's just something over me that just doesn't want me to do this. Well, that ends that idea. The motor came completely out of its holder. Oh my God. All right, let's see if I can repair this thing. I pulled it off the boat. I've got all the parts. Now it's just a matter of putting everything back together, gluing it back the way it needs to be. I got some 5-minute epoxy. Hopefully I can get it back together. I'm probably just going to have to buy another freaking set. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is where we're at. Like I said, I got some 5-minute epoxy. And I've got the outer casing going back together here. Looks a mess right now. I've got one of these is broke to a base. Okay, so if I can I'll glue that, get that, just pull the screws out, and then I'm going to do that. See, it's broken. I'll get that taken care of first before I pull it off of there. All right, we're now into 2 hours into this. All right, I've got this all epoxied back. Now I've got this out. That's got to be epoxied onto the motor. Then I've got this piece here I had to epoxy, and that goes across here. Just like so. I left that off because I don't know if I can get it on the motor or not. All right, we're back. All right, I wound up taking the blade off, so that is removable with those 2 screws. They go right on here. Now this is a brushless magnetic motor. I mean, there's no brushes in here. It's just the way it is. All right, so I should be able to slide that on there now. So I got to get that get those lined up with that and glue those back up. All right, get caught up. I've got the base all glued back up. Managed to get this piece right here that was busted into back in line. And we got to get it back in the main housing here. Thing you got to watch is, okay, so I got plastic and I put it around the inside of here, because if you don't, you're going to glue this and you're done. So now I got to get it back in the base here. All right, what I got now is getting all my screws back in to hold this into its holder. Unfortunately, this snapped because I put this back together before I had this together. So all I got to do is just glue it. The one side's solid. I'll just glue it back up. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just getting my 3 screws back in here. Okay, I got some glue on here. I'll just be holding it together. I'm waiting for it to start to gel a little bit better to hold that. I'm going to go ahead and put the motor back, blade back on. That's pretty simple. No holes, but the old holes. And then that's those small screws here. These here go for that base. So that's where I'm at now. All right, this is where we're at. I got the base back on. These are all back together, glued. Hopefully doesn't look too out of whack. I'm still looking for that piece right there, so I can get that back in here. But then I was thinking, well, maybe not. I don't worry about putting it in there, because that's where I wound up having a whole bunch of algae get caught in here. All it does is sits here. It really doesn't. I don't think it really does too much. It probably brings, when the water comes over it, it might come over here, over the top of it, and kinds of cones in, and then shoves, actually gives it a pushback. But I don't know, when you're running a regular boat motor, there's nothing over the end to cone it. It's just straight out. I guess this was just, this was put on here to keep your fingers out of it and all that. So I may just leave that off. If I can't find this piece, I really can't put it back in here, because I got this piece up here that needs to be supported. But other than that, that's where we're at right now. I'm just going to get it back on the boat, get the wiring all hooked back up, and we're just going to let it cure. I don't know how long it needs to cure, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. It's going to be definitely curing for a week or two before I can get around to putting it back in the water. But everything appears to be back together. The water again runs right across these and then kicks out. So that takes care of that, though. All right. Back together after about 3 hours and being pissing and moaning. So that's where I'm at. All right, back installed on the Minni 4. As you can see, that's what that should look like. But again, I'm missing that T that's broken out of here. So we'll wait till next week. Then I'll know that all that epoxy is fully cured. So I don't want to fire it up and then blow it all apart again. So that's kind of where I'm at. All right, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. If I find it, I'll get it back in there and mention it on another video. But other than that, that's the way it is. It was trashed. And at $180, I really didn't want to have to buy another set at this point. May eventually, but at this point, let's wear out these at the moment. Again, thanks for watching. If you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, definitely share, and you'll see more of this on my searching for And this is behind the scenes at this moment. This was repairing. I thought it was going down there, but this was the repairing of the propulsion motor on the Searching for Minni.